Well, here in Washington, some legislators are trying to put limits on how much landlords can raise the rent. Supporters say it would keep rentals affordable, but critics argue it could make the housing crisis worse. Our Olympia Bureau Chief Drew Mickelson has the details and reaction from the Capitol. Drew.
Well, Joyce, this bill would also put restrictions on deposits and late fees, but the element that's getting the most attention would cap rent increases to 7% a year. And that's an idea that is bringing out lots of renters, landlords, and developers here to the Capitol this session. The Senate Housing Committee was packed this afternoon. The bill's sponsors say skyrocketing rents are just a major cause of homelessness in the state. But critics argue the move could keep developers from wanting to build apartments in the state of Washington.
People of color are more likely to face housing instability because of the unaffordability of the basic human right of housing. This is a product of systemic racism, and there is something that the legislature can do about it.
In Washington, we embrace housing developers of all kinds under the ethos that increased supply is good for everyone. But the moment we receive a certificate of occupancy and become a landlord, we go from the hero to the anti-hero. For the housing system in Washington to be win-win, that has to change.
This bill died last year. There just weren't enough votes. It's not clear if it's going to have enough support this year, but last week it passed out of a House committee. This week it had a Senate hearing, so it definitely has a lot of momentum here in the early days of this year's legislative session. Live in Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.